This one is an advanced reset for the Nissan ProPILOT Park Assist. It's got multiple targets and it's quite the process, you know. Nissan has 63 pages. We're gonna knock it down to a couple procedures. So we're gonna K4 to start this one up. You'll notice the warning's a little different on this screen. It's gonna say, make sure we got a flat screen, make sure there's no grades. Because we're putting those targets further away from the car, forward and side to side, we need to make sure the condition of the floor is a little better here. We're gonna continue. It's gonna go to the max height. Once it does that, you're gonna show free space. The clear space is gonna come active and you'll see a green line here. It's actually not too far out, but we need to make sure we have that free space. At this point, it's gonna take 28 measurements. It's starting those measurements at the back of the car, and as it comes up, it's gonna measure all around the front where these targets are gonna be. You might need to move your console. You might need to move something else to make sure that we have the room for it. As those dots come back, we'll just monitor where they hit the floor and make sure we have enough room. Just for safety, I'm gonna move this console just a hair. It might be pretty close to where that target's gonna be. At that point, it's coming right here on the ground. We got a clear spot there, so we're good to go. You'll see the gimbal's bouncing around quite a bit. It's checking every place where that target, the black and whites intersect on those targets to make sure that this floor is appropriate for the reset. A little more critical on this reset, but we're documenting every single one of those steps. You'll see why at the end of this procedure where we need to input those information into where the scan tool asks you for it. We're at 23, 24 out of 28 now. Just a couple seconds later, it will get to the end and it'll give us a result. All right, it's finished measuring the floor and it's asking for target 324. So we're gonna grab 324 out of here. You'll notice this target has 324 through 26. That's actually 324 and 326, all in the same roll. We have the dot here, so we're just gonna roll it out. Of course, the indicating dots here on the target, roll that out. And we can start lining it up. I like to get this dot here fairly close. It doesn't have to be right on. And we can pull these other targets off. They just add a little mass to it. We can get those out of the way as we unroll this the rest of the way. Again, just curl that back on itself. Helps flatten it out. We're gonna center that dot right on the circle there and line this side up on the line. Once we've confirmed that we have it lined up, we're just a little off. So we're gonna pull that to just get it dead perfect. Once we're there, confirm this side, and then we're gonna go ahead and scan that with our barcode. Once we do that, you'll see we have a line over here in the red dot. It's asking for target 26. These are two different targets. They have a little different print on them. The orientation's different. The car needs to see that. So the circle goes to the front, and that's where that red LED or that red laser is going to point, and then line up the back. We have an indication line here and then the bisecting line. Make sure that's perfect and we'll scan that. Now you'll see the green line went to the other side. We're going to place this one in position with a circle on the front and bisecting the line one more time. Once we confirm we have that in the right position, we can scan that barcode. At this point, you're gonna look at the screen and it's gonna have a lot of information on there. That information is what you need to input in your scan tool. It says enter the dimensions into the scan tool as specified by the screen. The scan tool is gonna ask you to put that data in there. It's very important that we have it in there to complete this reset. So we're gonna K4 and finish that, send that up to 100net2, and then we can go to the side. We're gonna do the left one next. We're just gonna move the targets from the front to the left side. It's the same target pack, which is pretty cool. We're gonna K4 to start this procedure. We get that same warning when we're talking about the flatness of the floor, no grades, no big pits or anything in the floor. We're gonna continue there. Continue on our home, and then it's gonna throw that free space. You notice the free space is a little further out now. It's out a little further because we're double stacking those targets. We're pushing them out. So we're gonna confirm that we have that free space, and then it's gonna go through its measurements. This particular reset has 27 measurements, so it's gonna measure back there by the wheel and move up. After we set these targets, you'll be amazed that those dots are gonna go exactly where those black and white targets go. We're measuring it to make sure if those targets are sitting in any dips or anything, we won't let it pass. We need to make sure that it's flat to those cameras and in perfect position. It's gonna work through those 27 measurements real quick, and then we'll be placing our targets momentarily. All right, it's taken all of its measurements. We're gonna go and set our targets. So the red dot's here at the front. You can accomplish this a couple different ways, but we're gonna grab it like this time. Move that thing down. So as we get this into place, the target has pretty good memory and we can push that thing around and line it up pretty good from this side. But we want to get that dot right in the center of the circle. From there, it looks pretty close. And then we have an indicating line we need to line up. This is where it's pretty cool. If you notice the green line, it's running right down, bisecting the black and the white, making it perfect alignment, exactly where the manufacturer wanted it. At that point, we can scan that barcode and move on to our next placement. This point is putting a dot out toward the other side and it's asking for a 26. Make sure we grab that right target. Once we set that down into position, line it up those green line with the indicating line. And the red dot in the center of the circle, we can confirm that and go to our next target. 25 is coming right up here by the console. We're going to center that circle again with that red dot and just line up our indicating mark. That looks perfect. At this point, you'll notice on the screen, it's populating all those same measurements, but for this side of the car, important that we put those into our scan tool as the scan tool instructs you. At this point, we can send that up to HunterNet. And if you want to continue on with the other procedures, the process is the same.